Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Talk Time.
Hi, thank you for coming.
Hi, everyone. We're very happy to see you here today and study English with us. I'm Olivia, and I'll be guiding you through today's lesson step by step.
And I'm Noah, and I'll be learning and practicing with you during the video.
On this channel, we focus on clear, slow, and natural English that you can use in everyday life.
Yes, we try to keep everything friendly, simple, and easy to understand.
We make videos to help you practice real everyday English with confidence.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, because it really helps the channel.
Today, we're going to talk about social media and how to speak about it in simple, natural English.
Yes, things like the apps you use, how often you check them, what you post, and how you feel about social media in daily life.
First, we'll start with a short warm chat to get comfortable. Then we'll have a real conversation about social media habits and experiences.
After that, we'll look at some practical examples, listen to useful phrases, and practice speaking together.
Are you ready to get started? How are you today, Ben? How's your day going so far?
I'm doing okay, thanks. It's been a normal day, not too busy, so that feels nice.
Oh, that sounds good. A calm day can be really helpful sometimes.
Yes, I agree. I woke up, had a quick breakfast, and checked my phone for a few minutes.
Just a few minutes, or a little longer than that?
Maybe a little longer. I looked at some messages and a few short videos.
Oh, really? That sounds familiar. I also check my phone in the morning, usually while drinking coffee.
Niece, I do that too when I have time. It helps me wake up slowly.
That makes sense. Do you usually use your phone more in the morning or in the evening?
Probably in the evening. After work, I like to relax on the sofa and scroll a bit.
Oh yeah, evenings are like that for me too. It feels easy to do after a long day.
Exactly. Sometimes I don't even notice how much time passes.
Yeah, that happens to me as well.
But today, I tried to stop earlier and do something else.
Oh, nice. That sounds good.
Yeah, it felt better.
Okay, that's interesting. So, speaking of phones and everyday habits, should we start talking about social media more clearly now? All right, let's really talk about social media now and how people speak about it in everyday English conversations.
Good idea. We can begin properly and focus on real habits, simple experiences, and common situations people have online.
So, Ben, let's start with something very common. Do you use social media every day?
Yes, I do. I think I use it every day, even if it's just for a short time.
Every day. Okay, that sounds very normal. When do you usually check it?
Let me think. I usually scroll in the morning, right after I wake up.
In the morning. That's a very common habit. You can say, I usually scroll in the morning.
I usually scroll in the morning. Yes, that sounds right.
Nice. And how long do you scroll in the morning?
I want to say 5 minutes, but honestly, it's more like 15 or 20.
Oh, really? That happens to a lot of people. 15 or 20 minutes can pass very quickly.
Exactly. I open one app, then another app, and suddenly I'm late.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. For me, it often starts with one short video.
Yes, the short videos are dangerous. Laughs.
They really are. So you scroll, but do you post a lot?
No, not really. I don't post much. I mostly just look.
You don't post much. That's a very useful sentence. A simple way to say it is, I don't really post.
I don't really post.
Perfect. And when you scroll, what do you usually look at?
I look at friends' posts, some funny videos, and sometimes news, but not too much news.
That makes sense. Friends, funny videos, and a bit of news. Sounds very realistic.
Yeah, I like things that are easy and light in the morning.
Easy and light. I like that. For me, I usually scroll in the evening instead.
Oh really? Not in the morning?
Not much. In the morning, I'm usually in a hurry. But in the evening, I sit on the sofa and scroll for a while.
That sounds nice actually.
It is nice, but sometimes it's longer than I plan.
Yeah, that happens to me too. I say, just 5 minutes, but it becomes 30.
Just 5 minutes. Exactly. That's a very common thing to say.
So, is it okay to say, I scroll a lot at night?
Yes, that's perfect. You can say, I scroll a lot at night, or I spend a lot of time scrolling at night.
I scroll a lot at night.
Great. And remember, that's very normal. Many people have the same habit.
That's good to hear. I thought it was just me.
Not at all. Okay, so we've talked about when we scroll and how often. Let's keep going and talk about what happens when we actually post things. Okay, so now let's talk about posting and reacting on social media. You said you don't post much, right?
Yeah, that's right. I don't really post. Maybe once in a while, but not often.
Not often. That sounds very natural. When you do post, what kind of things do you usually share?
Let me think. Sometimes a photo from a trip, or maybe food when it looks really good.
Oh, nice. Food photos are very popular, so you can say, I sometimes post photos of food.
I sometimes post photos of food.
Perfect. And how do you feel after you post something?
Honestly, I feel a little nervous. I check it again and again to see if people like it.
Oh, really? That's very honest. A lot of people do that. You can say, I keep checking my phone.
I keep checking my phone. Yes, that's exactly what I do.
And what about likes and comments? Do you care about them?
I don't want to care too much, but I still look. When I see some likes, I feel good.
That makes sense. Seeing likes can feel nice. And comments?
Comments are more important for me. If a friend writes something, I usually smile.
Oh, that's nice. Comments feel more personal.
Yes, exactly. Actually, something funny happened last week.
Oh, really? What happened?
I posted a photo of my lunch, and my friend commented, "Are you opening a restaurant?"
Laughs? That's funny. How did you feel?
At first, I was confused, but then I laughed and replied with a joke.
That's a good reaction. You replied with a joke.
Yes, I wrote, maybe one day.
Nice. That's a simple and friendly reply. So you can say, I replied with a joke.
I replied with a joke.
Great. And when you see other people's posts, do you like or comment often?
I like posts more than I comment. Commenting feels harder for me.
That's very common. You can say, I usually just like posts.
I usually just like posts.
Perfect. And that's okay. Liking, commenting, or posting less are all normal ways to use social media.
That's good to know. Sometimes I feel quiet online.
Quiet online. That's a nice way to say it. Okay, now let's move on and talk about messages and private chats next. Now let's talk about messages and private chats on social media. Do you use messaging a lot?
Yes, I do. I send messages almost every day, especially to close friends.
Almost every day. That sounds very natural. Do you usually reply quickly, or do you take some time?
It depends. Sometimes I reply right away, but sometimes I wait.
That makes sense. You can say, sometimes I reply quickly, and sometimes I reply later.
Sometimes I reply quickly, and sometimes I reply later.
Perfect. And how do you feel when someone replies late to you?
To be honest, I sometimes worry. I think, did I say something wrong?
Oh, really? That feeling is very common. But usually, people are just busy.
Yes, I know that, but it still feels strange sometimes.
I understand. And have you ever had a small misunderstanding in messages?
Yes, actually, something happened last month.
Oh? What happened? Is Speaker 2, I sent a short message to a friend, just, okay. Just, okay.
Yes, and my friend thought I was angry.
Oh no, that happens a lot with short messages.
Exactly. My friend asked, "Are you upset with me?"
And, what did you do?
I felt surprised, so I explained and said I was fine.
You explained it. That's good. You can say, I explained how I felt.
I explained how I felt.
Nice. And after that, was everything okay?
Yes, it was fine. We laughed about it later.
That's good to hear. So, messages can sometimes feel unclear, right?
Yes, very unclear. Without voice or face, it's easy to misunderstand.
Exactly. A simple way to say that is, messages can be confusing.
Messages can be confusing.
Perfect. And what about voice messages or emojis? Do you use them?
I use emojis sometimes, especially to show how I feel.
That's a good idea. Emojis can help show tone.
Yes, they help a lot.
So when you talk about messaging, you can say things like, I message friends every day, or sometimes messages are confusing.
That feels easy to say.
Great. Okay. Next, let's talk about online friendships and following people. Now, let's talk about online friendships and following people on social media. Do you follow a lot of people online?
I think I follow quite a lot, maybe more than I really know in real life.
Oh, really? That's very honest. A simple way to say it is, I follow a lot of people.
I follow a lot of people.
Nice. And who do you usually follow? Friends, family, or people you don't know personally?
Mostly friends and family, but also some people I don't know, like artists, travelers, or people who share tips.
That makes sense. You can say, I follow friends and also people I don't know.
I follow friends and also people I don't know.
Perfect. And do you ever feel close to people you only know online?
A little, yes. Sometimes I feel like I know them, even if we've never met face to face.
That's interesting. Online friendships can feel real in a different way.
Yes, especially when someone posts a lot about their daily life or feelings.
Exactly. When you see someone often, you start to feel connected to them.
But sometimes it feels strange too.
Oh, really? Strange how?
For example, when I think about unfollowing someone, I worry it might feel rude or unfriendly.
Oh yeah. Unfollowing can feel uncomfortable. That's a very common feeling.
Yes, I think about it for a long time before I do it.
You can say, unfollowing someone feels awkward.
Unfollowing someone feels awkward.
Perfect. And have you ever unfollowed someone because of their posts?
Yes, actually. One person posted almost every hour, all day long.
Every hour? Wow, that's a lot.
Yes, it filled my feed, and I started to feel tired when I opened the app.
That makes sense. You can say, they posted too much for me.
They posted too much for me.
Exactly. That sounds very natural. And how did you feel after you unfollowed them?
Honestly, I felt a bit guilty at first, but later I felt more relaxed.
More relaxed. That's important. Everyone has different limits online.
Yes, I'm learning that it's okay to choose what I see.
That's a nice way to say it. For example, I try to keep my feed calm.
I try to keep my feed calm.
Perfect. So when you talk about online friendships, you can say simple things like, I follow friends, I unfollow people sometimes, or I want social media to feel relaxing.
That feels easy to explain in English.
Great. Now let's move on and talk about using social media for work or study. Now let's talk about using social media for work or study, because many people use it for more than just fun. Do you use social media for work or learning, Ben?
Yes, I do. I didn't before, but now I use it quite often for work and study.
Oh, really? That's interesting. How do you usually use it for work or study?
I'm in a few group chats for work, and I also follow some pages that share learning tips.
That sounds very useful. You can say, I use social media for work and learning.
I use social media for work and learning.
Perfect. And what kind of things happen in your work group chats?
Mostly messages about schedules, small updates, and sometimes questions.
That makes sense. So it's more practical than social.
Yes, exactly. It feels very different from scrolling or posting photos.
I understand that. For me, I use social media to stay connected with colleagues, especially when we don't meet in person.
That sounds helpful. Do you check those messages often?
Yes, I usually check them during the day, but I try not to check them too late at night.
Oh, I have the same problem. Sometimes I see a message at night and feel like I should reply.
Oh yeah, that can be stressful. You can say, work messages can be stressful.
Work messages can be stressful.
Exactly. And have you ever had a small problem with work messages online?
Yes, actually. Last week, I missed an important message in a group chat.
Oh no. What happened?
I didn't see it until the next day, and I felt really bad.
That's understandable. Group chats can move very fast.
Yes, there were so many messages that I missed the important one.
You can say, I missed a message because there were too many.
I missed a message because there were too many.
Perfect. And what about study use? Do you watch videos or read posts to learn things?
Yes, I do. I follow some English learning pages, and I watch short videos when I have time.
That's great. You can say, I use social media to study English.
I use social media to study English.
Nice. And how does that feel compared to using it just for fun?
It feels better, actually. I feel like I'm using my time well.
That's a good feeling. So when you talk about this topic, you can say simple things like, I use social media for work. I'm in work group chats, or I use it to study.
That feels very easy to explain.
Great. Now let's talk about taking breaks from social media next. Okay, let's talk about taking breaks from social media, because this is something many people think about. Have you ever taken a break, Ben?
Yes, I have. Not a very long one, but I tried to stop using it for a few days.
Oh, really? That's interesting. You can say, I took a short break from social media.
I took a short break from social media.
Nice. And what made you decide to take that break?
I felt like I was spending too much time scrolling, especially at night before bed.
That sounds familiar. A simple way to say it is, I was scrolling too much.
I was scrolling too much.
Exactly. And how did it feel at first, when you stopped using it?
At first, it felt strange. I kept picking up my phone without thinking.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Habits are hard to change.
Yes, and I felt a little bored in the evening.
That makes sense. When we stop one habit, we notice the empty time.
But after 1 or 2 days, it felt better.
Better how?
I slept more, and I felt calmer.
That sounds really nice. You can say, I felt calmer without social media.
I felt calmer without social media.
Perfect. And did you delete the app? Or did you just not open it?
I didn't delete it. I just tried not to open it.
That's very realistic. Many people do it that way.
Yes, deleting felt too serious for me.
I understand. For me, I sometimes set small limits instead of taking a full break.
Oh, really? What kind of limits?
For example, I try not to use social media after a certain time at night.
That sounds like a good idea. You can say, I try not to use it late at night.
Exactly. That's a very natural sentence.
I also try to put my phone away when I'm eating.
Oh, nice. That's a healthy habit.
Yes, it helps me focus on the moment.
So when you talk about breaks, you can say simple things like, I'm trying to use it less, or I take breaks sometimes.
I'm trying to use it less.
Perfect. And remember, taking a break doesn't have to be big or perfect.
That's good to hear. Small changes feel easier.
Exactly. Okay, now we've talked about many parts of social media use, from scrolling to posting to taking breaks. Okay, now let's look at some practical examples. Imagine you just met someone new, maybe at work or at a class, and social media comes up in the conversation.
Yes, this happens a lot. People often talk about apps very naturally.
Exactly. So let's try a first example. I meet you for the first time and ask, do you use social media much?
I might say, yes, I use it, but not all the time.
That sounds good. Very natural. And I could reply, oh really? Which apps do you use most?
I could say, I mostly use Instagram and messaging apps.
Nice. That's clear and simple. And then I might ask, Do you post a lot, or do you mostly just look?
I would probably say, I mostly just look. I don't post very often.
Perfect. That's a very common answer.
Yes, it feels easy to say.
That's a good response. And the other person might ask, why is that?
I could say, because I spend too much time scrolling if I'm not careful.
That sounds very natural. You're explaining your habit in a simple way.
Yes, it feels honest.
Exactly. Now let's try one more short example. Imagine someone asks, do you use social media for work or study?
I might say, yes, I use it for work sometimes, but mostly for personal things.
Nice. And if they ask, how do you feel about social media? What could you say?
I could say, I like it, but I also try to take breaks sometimes.
That's a great answer. It sounds balanced and very real.
Yes, it doesn't sound too strong.
Exactly. These kinds of answers are perfect when you're talking to someone new. You don't need to explain a lot, just simple sentences about what you use, how often, and how you feel.
That feels comfortable to use in real life.
Great. Now that we've seen these examples, let's move on and look at some useful phrases together. Okay, now let's slow down a little and practice some useful language together.
Yes, this part is about repeating, listening, and feeling more confident when you speak.
First, let's look at some useful phrases we already used when talking about social media habits.
These are simple, everyday sentences you can use with many people.
Here's the first one. I use it mostly for example, I use it mostly for messaging and videos.
Or you can say, I use it mostly for work.
Exactly. Now another one, I don't really post. This is very common and very natural.
Yes, you can also say, I don't really post much.
Good. And here's another useful sentence. I scroll a lot at night. You can change the time. For example, in the morning or in the evening.
Right. Like, I scroll a lot in the evening after work.
Perfect. These phrases help you talk about what you do and when you do it. Now let's look at some phrases for opinions and limits.
These are helpful when you want to sound calm and balanced.
First phrase, it's fun, but, for example, it's fun, but it takes a lot of time.
Or, it's fun, but I don't want to use it too much.
Nice. The next one is, I'm trying to use it less. This sounds very honest and very natural.
Yes, it doesn't sound too strong, just calm and real.
And one more, I take breaks sometimes. This is a great sentence for talking about limits.
You can also say, I try to take breaks sometimes.
Exactly. These phrases help you share your feelings without sounding negative. Now it's your turn. Please repeat after us.
Speak out loud if you can.
I use social media every day.
I use social media every day.
Good. Now a little longer. I use social media every day, but not for long.
I use social media every day, but not for long.
Nice. Let's try another one. I don't really post.
I don't really post.
Great. Now build it. I don't really post. I mostly just look.
I don't really post. I mostly just look.
Okay. Let's practice opinions now. It's fun, but I'm trying to use it less.
It's fun, but I'm trying to use it less.
Very good. Now this one. I scroll a lot at night, so I take breaks sometimes.
I scroll a lot at night, so I take breaks sometimes.
Nice work. Don't worry if it feels slow. That's okay. Now let's try a short mini dialogue.
Listen first, then repeat.
Do you use social media a lot?
Do you use social media a lot?
A little. It's fun, but I try not to use it too much.
A little. It's fun, but I try not to use it too much.
Great. Let's try it one more time, a bit more naturally. Do you use social media a lot? 88.
A little. I use it mostly for messaging, and I take breaks sometimes.
Excellent. That sounded very natural.
Yes, these are sentences you can really use.
Exactly. Take your time, repeat again if you want, And remember these simple phrases when you talk about social media in real life. Okay, let's quickly recap what we practiced today.
First, we warmed up and talked a little. Then we had a real conversation about social media.
We talked about scrolling habits, posting and reacting, messages and misunderstandings, online friendships, work or study use, and taking breaks.
Then we looked at practical examples and practiced useful phrases together.
Now, you can talk about your social media habits in simple, natural English.
You can say what apps you use, how often you use them, and how you feel about it.
Here's the question of the day for you. Which social media app do you use the most, and why?
You can write 1 or 2 simple sentences in the comments.
We love reading your answers, and we read the comments.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed learning with us today.
Thanks for practicing English with us.
See you next time. Bye for now.